What are you talking about Uber again? Well, they're all talking about the Jays this morning. Second thing is about Uber. So City Council, I think, doing the smart thing. I think they're going to embrace the service, but they want to regulate the service. What is the reaction this morning?
Well, it's kind of all over the board. I think you see people who are against, or rather with Uber. A lot of Toronto uses Uber right now. UberX, that is the service that everyday citizens can go through a program where they can become a driver. Maria's saying this whole fair playing field sounds like a monopoly to me. There's a reason why Toronto is using Uber. It's because we don't like cabs, and that is time and time again. That is what I hear from people.
Yeah, and it is the future. It's the change, but even in our own industry, we're finding as streaming services come in, it puts the future of television in jeopardy, and we may try and fight against it, but it's kind of like, trying to hold back a waterfall, and you can't do that. But we have to remember, there's a lot of taxi drivers who work 17-hour days, and this is their livelihood, and they're seeing it slip away from them.
Yeah, Nathan says, I just took my last UberX ride thanks to Toronto, about to ruin a great service. Hashtag why I ride Uber and not taxis. Runner says, so Uber was asked to not operate in Toronto just until the spring. They will be given some regulation. Uber said no.
And what they're speaking of here is City Council has asked nicely to Uber, can you stop operating? But as we saw this morning, there was an Uber cab that was involved in that crash. And I fear for all the people involved in that crash, including the Uber driver himself. He may be completely out his car. The passengers may be out their injuries, and the guy he hit may also be out damages as well.
Yeah, and that is what she continues to say. What should the city do if Uber continues to operate? Because they have requested that Uber stop operating until the spring when they revisit regulations, but it is just a request. They haven't asked them to stop completely.
I will continue to use Uber, but in the back of my mind, and this is something you need to keep in mind, are you covered? If something happened, do you think it would be difficult to get them to pay any medical bills if something did happen in that cab? I don't know. It'd be very tough. You'd have to hire a lawyer.
Yeah, consumer's choice.
All right. Thank you very much. Upstairs, here's Russ Holden.